Hi, I'm Purdie Salas, and I'm going to read Meet My Family, Animal Babies and Their Families. It's written by me and illustrated by Stephanie Coleman and published by Learner Publishing, who has given me permission to read this book aloud to you. All right, Meet My Family, Animal Babies and Their Families. I'm going to read it through once, straight through just the rhyming part. And then I'm going to go back through and share a little bit of explanation on some of the animals. My parents both take care of me. I've never met my dad. I'm the only kid around. That doesn't sound so bad. I'm in charge of all my meals. Mi madre brings me lunch. We've lived one place since I was born. We move around a bunch. Ladies all look after me. Dad holds me till first light. My family frolics in a group. I'm solo day and night. I look just like my parents. We sure don't look the same. Look, my dad gives piggybacks. We play a wrestling game. Twice the moms, that's what I have. 2 dads are what I've got. Someone else gave birth to me. My mother works a lot. I'm a super sister. My pops and me are tight. Every family's different. Each family is just right. Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning now and just tell you a few things that maybe, weren't clear right away from just the brief words that I said. Okay, so this is Meet My Family, Animal Babies and Their Families. I'm Purdie Salas, and all the beautiful art is by Stephanie Coleman. So this book is just showing the wide range of family structures that exist in the animal kingdom. And a lot of them have sort of parallels to human families too. We have all different kinds of families. So in this one, the swan, both parents take care of. But for raccoons, for baby raccoons, their fathers are not part of the picture. They are just raised by their mother. Some families have just 1 or 2 children, and other families have a lot. And this piglet thinks that the foal is pretty lucky to be an only child. The white rhino calf, from the day that a calf is born, a white rhino calf, it finds its own meals. It can eat its own grass. It can feed itself from day one. But this wood stork chick gets fed by its parents for months. So very different eating situations. Beavers, this is a little beaver kit. They live in one dam and they stay there until the beaver is a couple of years old, and then it will go out to find its own. But orangutans, they move around all the time, and they build a new nest every night that they move. So elephant calves are usually raised in a herd of all women. So the only male that would be there would be if the calf happens to be male. But otherwise, as adults, the women live together and the men live off by themselves. You might wonder why there's this line down the middle that you can see in a few of the spreads. And it's because a little bit of the center of the book gets repeated so that when the book is made, that part that goes down the gutter, it's so that you don't lose part of that picture when it's actually printed. Okay, let's see. Were there any other ones? So this one sleeps with Dad on his back. We've got sea turtle hatchlings. Let's see. Oh, this was the one I wanted to tell you guys about. I just think this is amazing. So this is a poison dart frog, and the father carries the tadpoles after the tadpoles hatch, carries the tadpoles one at a time on his back to these special kind of plants in the rainforest. They're called bromeliads, and they have this kind of cup structure, and water gathers and it makes like this tiny, tiny little pond. And the father carries his tadpoles, each one to its own separate little pond, where it will finish developing and grow into a grown-up poison dart frog. I think that is so cool. Okay, I think that's the rest of them are pretty obvious. Yeah, and maybe you will find something in this book that reflects your family too. Maybe you have something in common with one of these animals. Here's the meerkat. I'm a super sister, and in the meerkat family, older sisters and siblings babysit their younger siblings. Now, in my own family, I'm the youngest of 4 girls, so I didn't do any of the babysitting, but I was always being babysat by my big sisters. And finally, as human beings, of course, we live in every kind of family you can imagine. There's lots of different families, lots of different kinds of families, but no single kind of family is the only right kind. All right, I hope you enjoyed Meet My Family, Animal Babies and Their Families. Thanks again to Learner Publishing.